So we just had something really weird happen. I brought my son with me into the area that I have a funny feeling about. It's very squatchy. I hate that word, but I can't think of another word, another adjective. But when we went in there was like 4 cars, including ours. So there was like 4 altogether. And when we get in there was like 3 people walking their dogs. So I'm like, oh, that must be the 3 people that own the cars. You know, they all met up and they're taking their dogs for a walk. So we're walking through for a while and we found a couple of weird footprints. Nothing conclusive, but and then we heard this weird noise. I don't know, what was that noise like? Look,
it was like, it almost sounded like, from my perspective, it kind of sounded like imagine in a warehouse someone just like dropped a bunch of metal rods or whatever.
Yeah, it was like a crashing sound. So anyway, and then we heard kids' voices, and you said you heard a dad.
I also heard like a man or a dad like saying something probably to the kids.
Yeah, in the direction that this noise came from. So I just thought, well, it's just people. Just as that happened, I hear like something walking through the woods to my left, and I look over. Now this might be caught on camera, and I wish I had investigated further, but there's a guy on our left walking through the woods at a good pace, and he looked kind of off. Now my imagination might be getting the better of me, but he did look a little off, and I kind of like followed him with my camera. I think I captured him. We'll see when I publish this. And then on the way out, we saw a lady, and I think she was with a dog. You know, she was dressed like a dog walker, whatever way dog walkers dress. So we get back to the trailhead where people park, and there's only 1 car and ours left, which means that the lady that was walking the dog probably owned the car, and maybe that was the husband and the kids, you know, to our right where the sound came from. Maybe they split up, but that doesn't explain the guy walking by himself. How did he get there? We just thought it was very weird. So hopefully when I look at this footage, we'll see him, because I saw him with my naked eye, and then I turned the camera around to try to, you know, just watch him. And I think I got a couple of seconds off one video. So I don't know. It was weird. Even my son, who's with me, thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to have a look. Talk to you soon. Okay, this is beautiful, this area though.
Yeah.
It is freezing today, by the way, folks. I thought winter was over, but it looks like we got another cold spell. Hold on. Wow. And there's actually a few cars parked at the trailhead. So I don't know if, I think, well, it's not hunting season, so it's not hunting season, look, right?
I don't think it is. It's
No.
like, it's just like, with all the snow on the ground, I just
Yeah, it's just, I think it's just dog walkers, but I don't usually see that many cars at the trailhead this time of year. Like I said, this is just off, I think it's Route 62 or Route 70. But there's just always something that I had a feeling about this place. I don't know what it is. And I think I'm going to go. This time we're going to go to the right, look, into the woods.
to the non-rocky area.
Yes, to the non-rocky area. There's like a little pond and stuff. And I think that's where most people do the hunting. But like I said, it's not hunting season, so it should be safe enough. And yeah, like over there, look, see that opening in the trees?
Yeah.
Now this area is part of a much larger area that leads right at the Wachusett Dam, if you look at it. Is that a person over there, look? Yeah, he's got his dog, okay. We'll cut over there once we get to the trail. So, yeah, this is... Okay, there's like 3 people there. Hopefully they're all the owners of the different cars. So let me stop this until we get to where we're going. Start recording again. So we picked up the trail into the woods. It's very icy there. I'm going to try to avoid that because I know exactly what's going to happen there. One time I was playing airsoft, and it was absolutely just like this. It was freezing outside. There was like, and the airsoft field had like puddles of like water that had just turned into ice. And there was one part where I had my tactical boots on, and they're not the best for ice. You know, they're pretty rugged, but they're not the best for ice. And I just put one foot down, and my whole body just done like, what was it, 180 degrees look?
Yeah.
And I just fell right on my head. But I was wearing a bump helmet, so that kind of saved me. Otherwise, I would have been seriously concussed. Yeah, so this is, there's a trail in there. Look, I don't want to get too far from the beaten trail. There is a lake somewhere. What do you think? Do we go right or go straight?
I'd say right would be a good idea if we're going into the woods. The other way just goes to like a bridge, and then it's
Right.
a rocky area where you can just climb in.
Yeah, teenagers hang out there and stuff, and probably drink beer. It's a kind of a cool area. Might show you sometime, but
It'd be fun to climb the rock. So down
yeah. So this is. It looks like somebody's been cross-country skiing through here. Look at those footprints. Look,
it's with the footprints.
that's quite a stride. I mean, huh? Yeah, I mean, look, that's a very big stride. Watch that. Wow, that stride I have to really.
I can't even make a footprint that big.
Huh? Yeah, I have to really stretch.
Like, I can't even get my foot into the ice that far.
That is weird. Yeah, those footprints are about, I don't know, I don't have a tape measure, but I'm 6 foot tall. And I have to, there's the pond I was telling you about, look. And I had to really stretch to make that stride. So this area here is very squatchy, I think.
There's the pond.
Yeah, this is the pond. I wonder, is this the same pond that your mum brought us to, but just the other side of it or something?
I mean, it could have been. Oh, there's a tree that like fell.
Where?
Maybe there's like 2 of them right there, but like you could probably like go across. Oh, they aren't even facing that way.
Yeah,
There's a
so
little like island thingy right there.
yeah, and there's the hill.
Yeah.
That's the old railway
It's
line.
like the Rockway.
So I want to go over there more, but I just want to have a look at the pond. It's quite pretty. Yeah, this isn't the same pond as I was thinking about. The one that we went to before. There's been people out on this.
Yeah.
Why is it not all frozen though? It must be a river right here. It must be coming out. You see that? That should be frozen. I'm not going onto it though.
I probably would, but
No, I don't want you to. So, structures. A lot. Look, what they say about Sasquatch is that he makes tree structures, and it's yet the jury's still out on it. We don't know if they're made by people and stuff, but a lot of people swear by it. They break. You'll see a lot of the structures, and even Survivor Man addressed this. They're just big structures that look broken off, like, you know, 6-inch limbs broken off and placed in a certain area where there's no other trees like that around. So Survivor Man comes across one, I think he's way up in Alberta or something, and it's like these trees, and there was no way they could have gotten there. They were placed there, but the trees were so big and they were so high up, it was like there's no way a man could have done it without machinery. So that's something else that you look for.
Yeah, these little rock structures here, like where they're just like 3 or 4, even 5 rocks just all on top of each other. And that actually could be caused by a human, but I don't know if in this instance they are.
Like, that's a weird tree. Like, see the way it's just sitting on top of each other. Obviously, you know, they could have fallen like that, but that's the kind of things you watch out for. I hear people. Kids. Yeah, I'm not getting that weird feeling here today. It's probably because there's other people around.
Yeah, and because you're not alone.
Yeah, someone left a comment on my video from last week's little expedition, saying that we didn't go down to the 3rd pylon. Well, we did, but we didn't put it in the video because we didn't find anything. I edited it out. We went into the woods and walked down to there. And the reason why we were so noisy and stuff, I know you criticise me for being so noisy, but we had just met each other, and this was just more of a meet and greet than anything. We weren't on a serious expedition. So, that's the answer to that question. We weren't taking things so seriously. It was the first time we had all met, and we were basically just hanging out and getting to know each other. So, if we are going on a real expedition, and also we think that noise may have been machinery because we Google Earthed it, and there is a little plant about half a mile away. So we think that that's what that might have been. It wasn't a bear. Look at this. This is so pretty. That water is so clear.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like you could drink from it.
I know. Probably a dead deer, like rotting up the upstream a bit, and you would die.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking out for footprints, but I'm not seeing anything. Now this is just an interesting area. What do you see this spot? This is where it becomes unsquatchy. This is just like a hangout for teenagers. I'll walk you over there and just cut the video out when I get to it. So, Luke likes this kind of stuff. Yeah, those footprints were kind of weird, look, because they were pretty big. Not too big, but it might have been just because of the snow collapsed in around it. But that stride was huge. And I know sometimes when people are walking through deep snow, they will make extra size strides to get through the snow. So that could have been it. It's hard to tell sometimes. That's snowshoes, right? Those like round.
Yeah.
I think that's snowshoes.
Probably. I don't know why someone would just bring snowshoes here.
Well, it's probably a lot better now than it was a couple of weeks ago. So, see all those footprints here? You think, well, people were sledding down there, so they're running around. That's where they've been.
Oh,
yeah.
People were sledding.
Yeah, they're just.
Imagine hitting a rock when you were sledding down it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that would either be really fun or really suck.
It seems to be a long way to go just to sled down a small hill. Like there's other little hills by the schools and stuff. So, check this out. I'm going to bring you over here and then I'm going to stop it. But this is something like, I remember traveling around Southern Europe, like Greece and stuff, and this is something you would find there in the middle of nowhere. This looks like I think it's an abandoned mine. The boulder field, missing 411. See all of the granite?
Yeah.
It's been a nice place to get granite. So, this is definitely a spot.
A lot of it is like teenagers just making stuff. Some of it is actually pretty good art. Like, look at that. See that?
Oh yeah. I don't know how to zoom this in. Look at that face.
Yeah, some of it's good. Some of it is just
Is that a Bigfoot face? Looks like it. Yeah, so yeah, some of it's quite impressive.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to stop the video here. Just wanted you guys to have a look at that. If I see any footprints on the way out or anything, I'll start recording again.